something along with
Welcome to Carla. We're a family of 5 who left our old life behind to follow our dream. A dream of living the simple life together as a family. In 2022, we moved in with my parents to save up money for a sailboat. In August 2023, we were finally able to buy Carla, our one-off 42-foot steel-hull sailboat, and bring her home. Join us as we go through the ups and downs of sailboat restoration.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Carla. Well, last time we closed the hatch in the front cabins. Today we're going to replace, or not replace, we're going to remove the front hatch into the chain locker. But first, let's have a look at why we're going to change it. The hatch is made out of fiberglass put on a wooden framing, and the wooden framing isn't really keeping a watertight seal. As you can see, the metal beneath the frame is very corroded, and the hatch doesn't really have any kind of sealing or a lock. Of course, we could make a lock, and we could make put on some kind of rubber seal on the hatch, but we still have the problem that it's made out of wood, and it's all the way down on the deck. I want to raise it like with all the other hatches, and I would like a hatch that we can really seal. Of course, we do have one hatch extra now because we closed the hole last time, so we do have a hatch with plexiglass. But on Marketplace the other day we found this aluminum, and it's got a very strong seal. I really think this is the way to go. I know it doesn't look like something you find on a yacht or something like that, but I really want a very effective seal out here. I want to make sure that it's watertight. This is where all the water is coming. I want to make sure that we can walk on it, and using this will make it a bit more flush with the deck, instead of having a hatch sticking too much out over the deck. Well, the heat is working, but it's difficult to do from the outside because the epoxy is catching fire, and the wood is catching fire and everything. But then I remembered that in one of the early videos, I think it was Sean Parker who suggested that we might use the heat from inside. So I just tried that, and it's really promising. So let's carry on with that, and then we'll see how it goes. holy moly, that's the way to do it. I thought doing it using the heat from on top was good, but this is definitely the way to do it. I don't think that we're damaging the boat in any way, because we're not heating it up enough to get blue or anything. We're just heating it enough that the epoxy gets soft and it comes off like some kind of linoleum or something. I think clearing around this hatch would be around, well, half an hour or something, and that's a huge difference from trying to use the hammer drill or something like that. So, and I know we could try sandblasting, but as far as I know, sandblasting is first of all very slowly. We are going to sandblast, but that's for the paint. But I don't think that it can handle the epoxy. Not when we have this thick layer of epoxy. We haven't tried it, so of course I could be wrong. But for now, this is working, and I think this is the way to do it. We're going to strip the whole deck of epoxy, and well, the whole boat is empty inside, so we might as well go around with the gas burner, heat it up, and scrape it off. So yeah, so now we're left with a clean hatch. So I think it's time to bring out the plasma cutter and then cut out the hatch. Oh well, I forgot. We actually have 5 deck beams going into this part of the plate. So, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we'll have to deal with that. Well, okay. That definitely took quite a bit of work, but there was 5 deck beams going into the plate, and I don't want to just cut the deck beams where I cut the plate, because then I can't rest the new plate onto the old deck beam. So I would like to do it like this. We take out a small piece of the plate and leave it with the deck beam. We can always cut it off, and then we still have the whole plate to draw from when we have to draw up the new plate. So let's see if we can get it loose. Have a look at that. So far so good. Now we just have to take off these pieces that I left behind on top of the deck beam. They're welded to the deck beam, of course. So we'll have to take them off and grind down the beams so that we can weld on them again. But yeah, again, I'm satisfied. A bit more work this time, but I think it's worth it. So perfect. Okay, so I've had a bit of a think. This is a crucial moment. Before we put the plate back in, we have to put the deck beams back in as well. But we have to decide where to put the anchor winch and where to put the hatch. Because are we going to put all the deck beams back in or not? And what I've come up with is this. If we put the hatch here, it can fit in between the 2 deck beams. That'll say that then we can put all the deck beams back in place. Make this point as strong as possible. Have the hatch between the deck beams, and then we have to align, or we have to find out where the anchor is coming from, or the chain is coming from the wheels out there. Has to go back. So the anchor winch has to be placed where the toolbox is. Of course, it would be nice if it was up here, but then we won't be able to fit the hatch anywhere. If we turn the hatch so that the winch can stay here, then we are going to run into these, and I don't want to remove these from the deck beams. These in Danish it's called a knee, but this piece of plate in there. I want this to be as strong as possible, so I think putting the hatch here will, instead of putting it in the middle, it'll give us more room in the logger instead of having the hatch in the middle, and putting the anchor winch back here will enable us to put the anchor chain a bit further back and deeper into the boat. Then we'll have a pipe going from the anchor winch and all the way down to a chain logger in the bottom, and not into this storage room in front. It'll be a separate logger. So yeah, I think this is I know that this is going to be right in the way where we're going to walk, but this hatch is going to be flush, so when you're coming up here you can walk straight over it. And then of course you'll have the chain going from the winch out to the anchor. You'll have to step over the chain, but I just can't see how else to do it. So this is what we're going for now. Of course we can always change it, just cut and weld. But I think this is a feasible solution. So I'm going to start cleaning up the hole, and then make some deck beams, reinstate all the deck beams all the way across, and then we'll start making a new sheet for the hole. Perfect. Well, when I edited the last videos, I could really see how much smoke actually got into my mask when I was welding, and also when I'm cutting. And then I've been on the internet. I've tried to find some kind of local ventilation that can pull the smoke away from me. But if I have to go that way, it'll cost me around 2,500 Danish kroner, or around, I don't know, $350 or something. So I had an idea. I went to the shop and I bought a bathroom ventilator and a flange and 3 meters of flexi hose. So I think we'll have a go at making our own. This was, I think, $13, $14, $7, I think, something like that. So all in all, I don't remember exactly, but I remember that it was around $35 for the whole thing. So definitely a lot cheaper. I don't know if it's going to do the same job. Of course it's not going to do the same job. The ventilators I was looking at was very big, but I think if we just put the hose next to the welder, make some kind of jig to put it right on top of it, I think it should do the job. And then we can carry the smoke up to 3 meters away and out the door. So let's have a go. If it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. We'll do something else. It should be easy enough. Of course, this is made for installation into a wall or something, but I think we should be able to mount the flange on the forward part of it, so that we can connect the hose to one side, and we can connect the hose to the output side as well, and then cut this hose into 2 parts. So we have 1.5 meter on each side. But how do we do this? Should be easy enough. We'll have to make a square rubber seal to put all the way around. Instead of, I was thinking of just removing these, but then we remove this round part as well. So Yeah. I'll go see if I can find something. Well, the only thing we have is we have an old fender. It's way too small for the boat, I think. It's very dirty. We probably we wouldn't use it anyway, I think. So let's cut it up. Oh, should do the trick. Look at that. It fills out the gap. I could have, well, cut it a bit too big, but should do the job. Look at that. I think that's enough. Yeah, definitely. Well, where did I get this from? You know, I love these drawers, but I never can get. Oh, how did I not see that? Oh. I got this, I think 7 years ago or something. I bought it at a market. It's been in some kind of shop, I think. And I just love it. I love it. It's saved me a lot of times. There's all kinds of different screws and nuts in there. So yeah, and I think I bought it for, I don't know, 50 kroner or something. $6, $7. It's a good one. Now it's time to mount some kind of power cord in there and then test it. And I think I have a power cord we can use. I have this, came with the boat. And there's only 2 leads, there's no grounds in this one. So works. It's Heidi. We have some firewood for sale and somebody's coming to pick it up this evening. That's nice. Then we have some more room. Well, I've rigged up, I found a power cord. So let's have a go. Well, it does work. It's certainly quiet. I wonder if it has enough power to draw in the smoke. I think we might have to make some kind of arrangement for it so that we can move it. It can stay on top, because I'm afraid that if we just leave the hose on the deck just beside where we're welding, I don't think that it'll draw in the smoke as well as if it is on top or close to it. Yeah. I think maybe we can use this. I'm thinking something along with yeah. But we'll have to take this apart. I don't want to break it because it's old. I love it. But we need something that we can control, so that we can move the hose around just on top of the welding. How can we do this? Now, I know this is not the proper way to do it, but this is a test. We'll just have to see how it goes. Oh, look at that. Almost nothing left. I think I might get my lamp back. We'll see. Maybe I can find a more powerful motor somewhere. But we'll have to test it. Well, it works. Looks like I'm not getting my lamp back. It definitely works. The hose going out is a bit short, so when we have other places to weld, we'll have a longer hose. Maybe that'll affect it. It will probably, but for now it works. It works really well. I don't know how much of the smoke it carries away, but I think it's over half, and well, that's half not going into my lungs. So perfect. And we got the beams in, the deck beams. This is back, and this and connected with the one coming from the front. So well, it's a nice way to start the day. Now I think I'll have a cup of coffee, and then I'll go set up the plasma cutter and see if we can cut out a new sheet for the hole. Well, we closed up the hole, and holy moly, that wasn't one of my proudest moments. First I had I had a lot of troubles getting the plasma cutter to cut, but it turned out to be the ground cable wasn't put fastened into the machine. Yeah, well, now I know. And then the welding handle started stopping. It's like the wire got stuck in the handle. I don't know, maybe we're working it too hard. It is a cheap machine and we're welding a lot, so who knows. Oh yeah, and then the camera ran out of battery again, but I hope I have enough footage to show you the welding. Otherwise you've seen it before. So yeah, now it's time to move all the stuff to the aft deck. I think the next project will be finishing up some of the big welds we did up there, the big plates, and we have some holes to shut, and then some deck to straighten out. You know, the normal drill. But that'll be next time. For now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions or good advice for us, write them in the comment section below. And remember to hit the like button. It really helps a lot. Thanks for now, and see you next time.